Hi, I'm Julie Buxbaum, the author of Tell Me Three Things, What to Say Next, Hope and Other Punchlines, and the forthcoming book, Admission, which comes out December 1st. Those are all YA, but I also write contemporary fiction for adults, a book called The Opposite of Love and one called After You. It's funny, saying a bio out loud is way harder than writing one. I am a lawyer turned novelist. I live in Los Angeles with my family. I have not left the house in a frighteningly long time because of this pandemic. And what else? Something you wouldn't know about me from a book jacket. About 5 minutes ago, I discovered that I had my pants on inside out, which is something that happens to me far more often than you would guess. So the elevator pitch for Admission. Chloe Wynn Berenger is a 16-year-old girl who seems to have it all. Her life is going swimmingly and according to plan. She just got into the college of her dreams. Her mom is a B-list actress on her way to the B-plus list. And the boy she's had a crush on since middle school just asked her to prom. Everything is great until one day her doorbell rings and it's the FBI there to arrest her mother in a nationwide college admissions scheme. Obviously it was inspired by the recent college admission scandal, but essentially it's a novel about what does it mean to be complicit. The writer who's had the greatest impact on my work, this feels like an impossible question because I'm not sure there is one particular writer. I feel like everything I read has some impact in some way on what I do. And especially when you read, a master at work, it's like taking a master class in writing. But I don't know if I can point to one particular writer. I think it's more the cumulative effect of a lifetime of reading and reading critically that has had the most profound impact on what I do. Okay, lightning round. The book I would most like to read again for the first time, The Secret Garden, which I've read a bajillion times, but would love to experience for the first again. If I had to pick one body of water, I'd pick the Aegean Sea, which is just beautiful and delicious. True or false, Oxford comma all the way. Of course true, find me a writer who is not pro Oxford comma. I believe very strongly in the Oxford comma. I always reach for what kind of M&M? All of them. M&Ms are a gift from the heavens, and delicious and perfect and a perfect little nugget of perfection. Did I say perfect enough times? I think I did. Favorite podcast of late has been the Ezra Klein Show, which is wonderfully and delightfully nerdy, and has been a really bright light during this not so bright time. Books currently on my nightstand: Rodham by Curtis Sittenfeld and Zadie Smith's Intimations, 6 essays. And she does such a brilliant job of metabolizing the moment. I don't know how she did it so fast, but it's fantastic. Highly recommend. And I'll take sushi any day of the week if we're picking a cuisine. And I do my best reading. It says in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. And the answer is anytime. Anytime I can fit in any reading, I do. How did I hear about the Harbor Springs Festival of the Book? From 2 novelist friends who were living in my neighborhood, Julia Claiborne Johnson and Lydia Fitzgerald. And they were gushing about how it is the most delightful and wonderful festival. And that's how I heard about it. So the question is, when you put a pen to paper for a new work, is there a question that often drives your writing? Yes, there's always a thematic question. It's not the same question with every book, but every single book I am struggling with something in my brain, some sort of larger thematic issue that is, coming up in my own life, that finds its way and gets translated into whatever story I'm writing. Usually they're not clearly connected. At least not at first, and years after the book comes out, I figure out why I was driven to write that particular book and sort of what was that larger question driving the writing. But there's always some sort of thematic underpinning to whatever I do. The question is, what is the ultimate takeaway you want a reader to have upon finishing your book? I don't think Admission has a message necessarily. I mean, I don't think I take a particularly moralistic view when writing. But I do think it deals head on with the questions of privilege and a broken, unequal system. And I do hope it leads people to sort of examine the ways in which our system isn't working for most people, and how we contribute to those inequities, and to just take a harder look at our own complicity in the system.